Hi folks, welcome to Fantropolis. Indiana Jones in the Star Wars universe. This is what most people want to see, so here we go. Indiana Jones entered Ma's place. Looking around, he says to himself, "Thieves." The ironic thing is he was one himself. Making his way through, he found his way to the lower level. He managed to sneak past everyone. He finds the door he was looking for and he opens it. He sees a box and he opens it. Nothing. Indy desperately looks around. This is the last time he takes a job that he doesn't know who's sending him. He just received credits and a note telling him where Luke Skywalker's blade would be. He was being paid a lot of money to come here, and to get one of the greatest Jedi weapons of all time, that was too good to pass up. But there's nothing. Someone else had got here before him. Indy turns around and there's Maz. She smiles and asks, "Are you looking for this?" Handing him the lightsaber. Confused, Indy takes it. He says thanks. She mentions he seems a bit off, like he's expecting something else. Indy is still looking around paranoid. He says he's been doing this for years and it's never this easy. Usually it's someone or something that chases me after I get the thing I'm looking for. Not this time, Maz says, telling him he is free to go. He walks out the door and she mentions something about how he does not have a planet to go back to. Indy looks back with anger. He says, "You don't know anything about where I'm from." She smiles and says, "You're one of the few people that were lucky enough to be off Alderaan before it was blown." He becomes more shocked than angry. How did she know this? He sits down and tells her he was not lucky. He should have been on that planet with the rest of them. He was a young professor on Alderaan when he was approached by his mentor, Bail Organa. Indy seems to get a little choked up, like this was the first time he was actually talking about it. And it was. He told me his daughter was on a mission to bring back hope for the galaxy, he continues. Asked me to go get her. I tried, never found her. When I came back, Alderaan was gone. Indy sits up and asks her how she knew. Maz mentions he made a name for himself, returning things to people they belong to. The person that hired you trusts you, just like her father did. Indy says he never met Leia. He had heard of her accomplishments, but besides that, he's surprised she's heard of him. Maz says getting this lightsaber is only the start. His mission is more difficult. Leia wants you to return that lightsaber to its rightful owner, Luke Skywalker. Indy says no one's heard from him in years, not since the rise of the First Order. Maz says she knows someone who knows where he is. "You're just filled with information, aren't you?" he says. She smiles and says, "It's what I do." Making his way out through the crowd, he comes face to face with a few stormtroopers. Someone had recognized him and wanted to cash in on the bounty on his head. Indy had stolen something that belonged to the old Empire. He had disagreed and thought it didn't belong to them. The troopers start blasting as he ducks and covers. He pulls out his trademark tool, a device that radiates energy. He uses it to trip the troopers so he could run out the door. It's non-lethal energy, but effective. Consider a combination of a lightsaber and Indy's whip. As he continues to get shot at by several troopers, he manages to make it to his ship. He gets in and takes off.